Now, finally, finally. All right, chat. Now, look, my bad for going live a little late yesterday. I know I had to do double the workload yesterday. That's why I went live a little later. But don't worry, because today we're here and we're early. If I don't know, my name is Barry Hamilton. They call me they call me three names, right? They call me three names. They call me the motivational YG. They call me the airbender, and they call me the professional yapper. So those three names is what describes me. The motivational YG, the the airbender, you know, and the professional yapper. All right. Now, what did we talk about last stream? I know two streams ago we were talking about why trending business models won't help you, why you should use AI as a tool to get ahead. We all know AI boom, AI is going up. More and more people are using AI. Billions and billions of people are using AI, Chat GPT. Hold on, chat. The true airbenders here, this guy. Bro, we have to wait on the freaking others. Oh yeah, I actually have good lessons. Oh yeah, Venom. We have to continue the Prince of Egypt. The Prince of Egypt. Nah, actually, there's actually so many lessons to pull for that. People don't even understand how many lessons can be pulled from that. I was pulling all the lessons yesterday. Bro, no, you're not, kid. You're not better. Wait, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. And no, you're not better, bro. You freaking suck. And you're not even good at box fight, bro. Nor build fight. You're not good at either. But yeah, the three topics we'll be talking about is life lessons from gaming, because there's lessons you can pull from Fortnite. Second topic, the power of small daily wins. And three, we are going to be explaining today on why the lottery is so cheap. I decided to come up with that one myself. I was like, let me talk about why the lottery is so cheap and what's my insights on it. Because it's factual. It's evidence. All right. I think more people will join as I talk, but I'm not going to wait till they come because I'm already taking space in the room. So, all right. Life lessons from gaming. Exactly. It is cheap because it's gambling. But we'll get into that later. I'm probably going to be funny with that one because, oh my. But yeah, the lottery is cheap because it's gambling. But going back to the first point, life lessons from gaming. So, when you guys are playing Fortnite, right? And this even happens in the game and this happens in real life. Most people don't realize that when someone needs to raise you in Fortnite and someone's in your box dancing, sometimes it is because they are trying to get you mad. Now, if they get you mad, they win. However, if you could be calm and say, God bless, or just anything calm, you are training your mind for when chaos comes or when someone is trying to get you mad on purpose. You are training your mind every single time you stay calm to be calm in real life scenarios. People don't even understand how you can actually weaponize gaming for the betterment of your life. Every time you get mad at gaming, that is not doing you a favor. It's doing you a disservice. The reason why it's doing you a disservice is because when you get into the real world and people try to get you mad, or they try to get you under the bus, trying to make you mad, you will react. But it'll be worse because it's real life. Now, when you play Fortnite, or if you play Valorant, or if you play Call of Duty, when you die, if you don't get mad and you take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, I guarantee when you get into the real world, you'll do the same thing. It always starts with the small stuff. If you get mad at Fortnite, 9 times out of 10, you are going to be getting mad when it comes to actual real life stuff. As far as jobs, as far as customers being rude, all of that. What's crazy is that most jobs, right? Most jobs, they require you to be calm. You ever hear someone who says that this person was pissing them off, but they didn't react because they have a job, because they didn't want to lose a job? Exactly. However, some people don't even analyze. Some people don't think if they argue, they could potentially lose their job. Second, the problem with them reacting is once they lose the job, they lost their income. Now, most people only have one income stream. They don't have multiple income streams. Therefore, if they argue and they lose their job and now they can't pay their rent might be due in 10 days. He or she can't tell the landlord, "Oh, can you delay?" The landlord doesn't care. He or she wants its money. They want you to pay up. Therefore, you're going to have to pay up. Now, this is why if you do have one stream of income, you need to diversify or at the very least, start saving your money. I used to hear this from financial advisors many, many times. It's so true. It's not a matter of if this happens, if there's a rainy day, if your car goes down, if the tires blow off. It's a matter of when. Therefore, you have to be prepared when the bad stuff happens in life because it is inevitable. You can't sit there and act like you'll never be stressed, especially as an adult. You have to endure it. Therefore, you need to be planning. This goes into a point I'm going to bring up, and I was watching this video. Shout out to Ariel the Juice. He was talking about why you shouldn't have, why you shouldn't put all your eggs in a basket. This is because if all of your eggs are in one basket, if that basket gets taken away, the eggs will have no safety net. It's gone now. Good thing I taught you all of this. This guy, bro, thought he gave me the game. I gave you the game, kid. But yeah, bro. Going back to the life lessons from gaming. When you were literally gaming in Fortnite, you literally have to be calm. Doesn't matter what you. Doesn't matter even if the doorknob just breaks, for example, or it falls. Just be calm because you're teaching yourself every time. Subconsciously, you are teaching yourself. Okay, I need to be calm. I need to stay relaxed. That will help you in many ways in life. Many ways in life. Going on to the second point, the power of small daily wins. Now, before I get into the power of small daily wins, why should people start small? You hear it all the time. Every time you're starting a business, oh, start small, start small. Why? This is because when you start big, you don't really get anywhere. I would literally give you a perfect example. Someone overcoming lust, right? Let's say like someone who's just lustful and who goes on the website and watches it 7 days a week. If you tell them this is how you fix your lust, instead of telling them the small wins, you are literally going to say this is what you're going to do. You can't go on the website for 7 days a week. Bro, that's too big. That's too big of a win. Like they can't. People who are watching Pornhub, they can't just instantly quit. If they've been watching it for 7 days straight for 2 to 3 years, you think a mentor telling them, "Oh, just don't watch it anymore for 7 days a week." That's too big for them. That's gonna make them keep on wanting to watch it because it's too big. They can't instantly do that because they've trained their brain to watch it every single day. Therefore, the second their brain doesn't get it this day, they're like, "Oh, they have to go on it." You have to start small. How about you say, okay, at least set a timer or something, or at least start blocking one Instagram model at a time. Start blocking one. Any trigger that you have, start small. Just start blocking them. Start deleting them. You can't tell someone who's struggling with lust to just instantly just stop. It's not going to work. You have to start small, which is why, going back to the second point, why small daily wins have so much power. Because you can't just, like, if someone is 300 pounds and they ask you, how do they lose this weight? And you say, just lose all 300. Bro, like, they can't just instantly lose 300. They have to start small. Okay, how about you lose 5 pounds right here? Okay, then lose 10. You lose 15 right here. You lose 30. You lose 35. You lose 40 until they're skinny and they're ripped. You have to start small. This can be applied to business. This can be applied to college. This can be Apply to many subjects of life. Start small. If you have a business idea, bro, start small. You don't need a big inventory. If you want to start a clothing brand, start small. Start thinking about the design of your clothes. Start small. Trust me, start small. Every time small wins are going to compound every single day, bro. Every single day until you eventually get that big goal. I'll actually give you another example, right? When you are saving for a car, 9 times out of 10, the people saving for a car, they're not just going to outright buy the full thing. If it's $15,000 and you want this car, you're going to save little by little. For example, you'll save 50 here a month. You'll save 100 maybe 1 month. You'll save 350, you'll save 450 until you get to 15,000. Which is the power, like I said, of small daily wins. Going on to number 3, why the lottery is so cheap. This topic is actually interesting. I actually want to make it clear. The reason why one of the reasons why the lottery is so cheap is because the people making it, the people who understand the systems of the lottery ticket, they understand that most people aren't going to win because it's rare. Now, look, if you really think about it, and I was saying this way back, why would they make the lottery ticket cheap if you could just win? It would make no sense. They wouldn't get any ROI in return. The reason why they make it cheap is so that it's easy for you to get in, but it's so hard for you to reach. That's why they make the lottery tickets cheap. They don't do that on accident. They make it cheap because they're going to keep on making you come back. Oh, I didn't win this time, but the next one, oh, let me scratch. Oh, I didn't win, but the next one, it's not going to ever come. But they've convinced you, oh, don't worry. Keep on buying more tickets. Maybe one day you'll get it. It's all crap. You ain't going to win unless you get extremely lucky. You're not going to win the lottery, which is why they make it so cheap. Think about it. Do you actually think, oh, what's good, Max? What's good? Max Salazar, what's good? But yeah, I was saying why the lottery is so cheap. And I'm saying, do you actually think the people who are selling these lottery tickets will make it that cheap for people to win that easily? You think that's how the world works? Of course not. But they want to sell you a dream, which is why people keep on buying lottery tickets. Because they're selling you the dream. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to put in any work. Just buy this ticket. And they keep on making you come back. They make you come back and come back and come back. Man. Trust me. I was saying this to myself. I'm like, why are the lottery? Because the lottery win is millions of dollars, right? Therefore, if it's millions of dollars, why are they making it so cheap to the masses of people? That's why they're making it cheap. To have people keep on coming so that they can sell this dream. The reason why they make it cheap is because if they make it expensive, people aren't going to be able to pay for it. They're not going to be able to buy it. And people don't even realize this. Bro, I've seen people buy 10, 20 lottery tickets. I'm like, dang. Because people want what's fast and quick. They don't want to sit there and grind for 3 years. They would rather just win the lottery and do this. The problem with just winning the lottery without having any credentials, any experience, is that you don't learn anything. If anything, it actually makes it worse because if you lose that money, you're going to try to gamble again. Therefore, you don't even know if you're going to win the next time. However, if you've built negotiation skills, speaking skills, knowing how to maneuver in certain scenarios and directions, that will get you millionaire status. Therefore, if you were to lose $1 million, you would know how to negotiate and get your first 10,000 again. And then until you reach 1 million. And that's the pro of starting from the bottom, is you get to learn all the experiences, all the life lessons that come with it. And you take it with you to the top. That way, if you ever have to go to the bottom again, you'll never have to fully restart because you know how it's like. You know how it's like growing up poor. When you're poor and you actually internalize the lessons and you don't make up excuses and you create opportunities for yourself, you don't sit there and complain. The complainers are never going to make it. Now, I'm not saying don't complain at all. However, if you're going to sit there and complain, you need to at least have a solution. Nobody wants to hear you complain all day. But at the same time, nobody wants to hear you not complain and sugarcoat and act like the scenario isn't bad. No one wants you to do that either. You need to realize what the situation is, but don't complain about it at the same time, if that's possible. Or at least if you're going to complain, you need to sit there and think of action steps that you can do. Bro, you're giving free game of 300 subs. More people need to be here, bro. Don't worry, bro. I know, literally giving free game, but it's fine. 300 subs. Don't worry, bro. As I grow, there'll be more people. I'm not focused on the people, to be honest. But yeah, bro, most people don't even analyze why the lottery is so cheap. Like it's cheap for a reason. Trust me. If bro, if the lottery wasn't no, if the lottery wasn't rare, bro, they would have the price more up because there's no way that you like. Doesn't that seem sketchy or like off that like you're paying $12 for a lottery ticket to potentially win $3 million? Wait, it's that low of a price? Why is it that low of a price? Because they know damn well 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna win. But they don't overprice you for lottery tickets because they want to keep on making you come back and buying more. The way to get people in is not to start big, it's to start small. Oh, don't worry, I promise you'll get this, but just pay $5. And then the next thing, oh, if you want more, you gotta spend $10 now, then 15. All the rich people in the elites, they start small. They don't just say, pay me $5,000 with the lottery ticket. No, they start small. Oh, give me five. Oh, give me 10. Because all of that is gonna add up to $5,000. Which is why the lottery is so cheap. Why would the lottery be cheap if it was easy? No, it's hard. But most people, they don't analyze why they sit there and pay for it. Well, it's because one, they want to be rich, but they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to be disciplined. They don't want to sit there and learn the mechanics of how to get rich. Learn the people. Learn who is in power. Why are they in power? When did they get in power? Where did he orchestrate this? Where did he do this, bro? This is why most people will stay stuck in the masses. Do you work out on Sunday? On Sunday, nah. Sunday is like a reset day to me. So like I'll clean the crib like Saturday. So Saturdays I started doing double the work, and that's because on Sundays I want to be able to just clean, reset, and get ready for the week that's about to come. That's what I do. That might not be everyone's Sundays, but that's how my Sundays are. But yeah, guys, that is why the lottery is cheap. Also, I had another point. Let me think. I had 2 points. That was the first point. I had another point in my head why the lottery is so cheap. Trying to think of it. The lottery. I had another reason, if I'm not mistaken, on why the lottery is so cheap. Can't really think of it right now. All right, okay. You was debating of Sunday rest day. Yeah, you could definitely have a rest day, bro. Don't have these creators or top influencers think you don't have to have a rest day, bro. Trust you can have a rest day, bro. I mean, to me, this is my quote unquote rest day, but I ain't even resting because I'm on live with y'all. So it's like this is my rest day, but like I'm still kind of working, but it's light work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you could definitely have a rest day, bro. Don't think you just gotta work 24/7. No, you don't have to do that. Also, I was watching the Prince of Egypt with my little brother yesterday, and yeah, I was taking all of the lessons from the Prince of Egypt. What I noticed is that, and men in general, and they still do this now. What I noticed is that Pharaoh's dad, and I recommend you guys watch the Prince of Egypt. There's so many lessons that you can accumulate, that you can acquire from that movie alone. I'm telling you. The first thing that caught my mind was when his dad was like, "Bro, this is the empire. You cannot mess this up. This is because, bro, an empire is built." However, if you really analyze that the Prince of Egypt movie, that empire that Pharaoh's dad was handing to Pharaoh, that is built. That is literally built on the slaves. If the slaves weren't there, they wouldn't have an empire. Which is why Pharaoh was like, "Oh no, They can't. He can't let his people go. Of course, he can't let the people go, Pharaoh, because if he lets them go, there's no more empire. There's no more of them depending on him for food. The movie Snake Eyes predicted Charlie Kirk's death. What is that movie? But yeah, chat. It's like going back to my point. Yeah, like if there's no slaves, if there's no people under, there can't be the empire. The empire wouldn't exist. Now, the reason why Moses was luckily and blessed to be in that empire is because his mom put him in the lake, and then Moses was literally just in the water, just going, and that's when he was able to go to the Prince of Egypt. It's with Nicolas Cage. Oh, okay, okay. The movie Snake Eyes. Okay, bet. Hold on. Let me actually write that down real quick, chat. No, I got Vaseline on my hands. Let me see. The movie Snake Eyes. Interesting. Okay, Snake Eyes. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out after. But yeah, bro. What I was like realizing is like, bro, it's actually sad of like how they had it back in the day of slaves when they were working their asses off, bro. They were working damn near all day, yet they're getting paid pennies, bro. Wow, like, and when I saw it yesterday, I was like, damn, like this is exactly how it is now, just without the slavery. So modern slavery is different. You mean he drifted away in the basket and landed up at Pharaoh's house? Yes, that's what I. Oh shoot, yeah, that's what I meant by the Prince of Egypt. My bad. Thank you for correcting me, kid. Always trying to correct someone. The guy that got in the movie's name is Charlie Kirkland. Crazy coincidence. Dang, that was his name. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, guys, and it's like when I'm watching the Prince of Egypt, I'm seeing the slaves getting beaten. They have to depend on Pharaoh. And bro, what I've realized is like people back in the day, they don't give a solitary freak about the poor people. Pharaoh didn't care about the slaves. The reason why some people who went from poor to rich can at least have sympathy for the poor people is because they were once poor. The rich people like Pharaoh, who just got passed down the empire, you think he cares? He didn't have to go through shit. He didn't have to go through shit at all. So imagine the elites now in 2025. You think they care about the poor people? No, no, they don't. They don't at all. So I had to sit there and realize, bro, they don't care because people back in the Bible times didn't care, and much hasn't much haven't much like it. Nothing has really changed. To be honest, have you ever watched The Passion of Christ or Apocalypse by Mel Gibson? I haven't watched The Passion of Christ, but Venom has. Venom has watched it. I was actually telling Venom that yeah, well, we could watch that, but that's why I'm watching Prince of Egypt first. But yeah, Venom's watched it. Passion of the Christ is a good movie. Yeah, I had to actually watch it, so we'll watch it after the Prince of Egypt. We'll watch the Passion of the Christ so we can analyze that as well. But yeah, bro, yeah, there's some good Jesus movies out there, man. But yeah, just going back to the Prince of Egypt, man, it's insane. Like when the slaves were getting beaten, bro, I'm seeing Pharaoh just like, and he ain't even working hard. He's just sitting there walking. Yet he's not getting beat for nothing. Why? Because hard work is simply not enough. Most people don't know that hard work is not enough. If hard work was enough, the people at McDonald's would be rich. They would be the ones up here. Yet they're getting paid pennies. This is what the system wants you to do. They pay you so that you feel like it's enough. They pay you just so that it's enough, but it's not enough to get rich. But it's just enough to pay the rent. It's just enough. Just enough. A mustard seed of enough to pay off your mortgage. Bro, they only give you a little bit. That's it. Apocalypse is crazy as well. As well, it's about the Mayans. What are you yapping about? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Look, that's why I said I have three names, right? I have the motivational YG, right? I have the airbender. I'm an airbender. And then I have the professional yapper. So thanks to y'all, I've decided to come up with the name professional yapper. Actually, I'm gonna write that on my notebook real quick. I am Professor Yapper. Let me write that real quick. Professor Yapper. But yeah, what I was yapping about. What I was yapping about is basically what the system does and why people don't break out of the system. You're welcome, I guess. I mean, yeah, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I don't mind the name. Professional yapper. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. And are you thinking too much? What do you mean? Are you thinking too much? Write down uh Apocalypto. You have to see that movie. Okay, hold on. Let me. So we got Snake Eyes, and then we got what? A park. Okay. So we got that as well. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll check out those movies. You're welcome, I guess. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, I'll go and take the name. It's cool. It's a modern day slavery. Ooh, modern day slavery. Bro, this is exactly what I'm saying. Bye. Have a good one. All right, man. Bye, Daniel. Peace out, bro. Have a good rest of your Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. But yeah, modern slavery. It's different when it comes to the mechanics, but it's not as different. It's not that different from how the Bible had slavery, bro. The reason why people don't even know they're in slavery is because they give you money instead of beating you. The system was made. It's not to surpass the masters. Nah, for real. That's exactly what the system was made for. It is. The system's rigged, bro. The system. You think the system's supposed to help you? They don't care. But people like us, the airbenders, who see it and decide instead of complaining to bend, to bend the air in real time, to understand that the system was not made to surpass the masters. But one thing about the system is that the system is never perfect. Therefore, there's always loopholes you can get into. So we as the airbenders, we just swoop in. We find all the holes and we just swoop in. We just maneuver. We don't stay stuck. We don't. We do not stay stuck. Yeah, guys. I would definitely watch The Passion of the Christ though. That one is pretty good. I saw clips of it, but I haven't watched the full movie to give my opinion on it. Oh snap! But yeah, I haven't watched the full movie. They will always find a way to spank you. Right? No, it's true. It doesn't matter if it's through money or through beating. The reason why it's not through beating is because they can get more people if it's not through beating. Yeah, watch those three movies for sure, man. I will definitely go ahead and watch it. I'll definitely go ahead and watch it. But yeah, chat. That's basically how it is. Now modern slavery is they give you enough money. Just enough. They give you just enough money for you to pay your rent. But they don't pay you too much to where you can start thinking for yourself. Many people, the reason why many people don't escape the system is because they don't question anything. They just go with the flow. However, why are they not questioning anything? This is because when you are in school, they don't even tell you to question anything. They just tell you raise your hand if you have to go use the restroom. If you have to get up, raise your hand. But you realize, right? I don't think people ever question why do I have to raise my hand to use the restroom? Why do we have to wait 10 minutes before class or ten minutes after class and then the last 10 minutes? Why can't we go use the restroom? Shit. If you have to go pee. Bro, I'm telling you. But it's a quote from Rocker D Feller that I actually want to pull up. I don't know who made the school system, but we're gonna look up Rocker D Fellow real quick. I have a quote, and it's tough. Hold on, Rocker D Feller, and Luke Belmar said it too. So hold on. Oh my gosh, bless me. It's so true. You question it, they make up the most stupidest rules. I know. Oh my, bro. Like, bro, I feel like if you had to go use the restroom, I would say like, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Look. This is what I would say. I would say if you have to use the restroom, instead of just asking, like at least I feel like they should say, okay, just at least tell the teacher to let them know that you are like just say, hey, I'm gonna go use the restroom instead of yes, Barry, can I use the restroom? Like I'll go pee if I want if I have to. Fuck am I asking for? I'll just go get up and do it myself. Oh, but yeah, look, I have this Rocker D Feller quote. Hold on. Wait, he was a co-founding in the Standard Oil Company? Yo, hold on. Because look, he literally, and he has this quote too. Hold on. He has this quote. Exactly. Look. Look, pay attention to this. Rocker D. Feller school quote was, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. Hold on. Let me say that one more time. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. This is because if you have a nation of workers, they don't think for themselves. They just follow what the leader does, the person in power, which is why Andrew Tate says, do not read books, even though he reads books. Why? Because he wants you to be dependent. Every time you have a problem, you go to Andrew Tate. It wasn't that long ago that you had to use different restrooms from the others. Yeah, it's true. It wasn't that long ago. Bro was like, wait, bro was like, the freak am I asking for? I know, bro. Like, bro, no, why am I asking to go use the restroom? Like, bro, no. You heard that quote before? Yup. You thought he's the one who made school? Yeah, I'm not sure if he was the one. I think he was the one, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, even he knew that if he had a nation of thinkers, his system can't operate. Because in order for the government and the banks to profit as much as possible and the rich, you have to have the people at the bottom. Everyone cannot make it. Another reason why most people won't make it is because they are too busy on being sad or mad on how it feels. So for instance, if you tell them they've been tricking you, they've been disguising that hamster wheel that you've been on, and they've disguised it as a ladder, thinking you're climbing up the ladder in life when you're not. People can't accept that truth. They'll be like, "Oh no, don't say that." Don't. Bro, most people wish, no, most people, they want to wish what the world wants to be. Oh, I wish the world was this. I wish the world was that. Every leader, every conqueror, every person who took life seriously and built an empire and built their name, they didn't do it on how they wished. They did it as it was. They did it as it was. It's called obedience. Exactly. When you rebel against the system, you are crazy or looked at as the bad person. Exactly, which is exactly what Jesus Christ, he was looked at as the bad person. It's crazy. People don't like you for it. But honestly, it's a good thing if they don't like you because you're not a pawn to their game. Only few can become thinkers, but not everyone will become a thinker. They're too busy working so that when they get home, they'll be too tired to question the system. Bland when they wake up, they go right back to their job. Exactly. And look, the system is so smart because and Venom nailed it completely when he said because look, the reason why they don't have time to question it is because they're working too damn hard at the fucking job just to pay the rent. So they're gonna be too tired to quit. Their body doesn't feel like it. This is why it's not even just about working hard, chat. Like most of my hours go towards this. This is a business. Most of my hours, it won't be going to a job. You have to sit here and think. Like they do this on purpose. It's not on accident. Don't think it's on accident. They do this purposefully. They have the system rigged on purpose. Only very few, a minuscule of people will actually be able to get out. You work all day just to give it back to them. Exactly. The problem is people, instead of using Saturday and Sunday to build and level up, they want to go party because they want to escape from the reality. You know, one thing about me is that I can't sit there and pretend that there's not a problem. Like with these people, they pretend that they're not working their job. They want to escape. Oh, let's drink. Oh, let's smoke. You don't have time to be doing that shit because you have to go right back on Monday. You got to set the alarm at Sunday night at 8 in the morning. You don't have time for that shit. So me, I have to solve the problem. Okay, I'm staying in on Saturday. I'm staying in on Sunday and I'm building my own shit. Like I can't cope and pretend there's no problem there if there's a problem. Like that's just not how my brain works. Not me. Most people can. I'm not doing that at all. That's the programming that they created. I know. To where people they want that escape. They give them just enough escape, just enough to feel like they have freedom, just from Monday to Friday for them to work once again. But these people don't question why is the cycle like that. I notice when people are thinking of something, they question, they go They look beyond the surface level. That's the thing about me, the airbenders. Me, like us, the airbenders, we dive. You have to look deeper than the surface. Our musicians and actors tell us it's what to do. I know. But it's not about just having the knowledge. It's about executing on that knowledge. Knowledge is pretty useless if you don't execute. If somebody tells a kid not to go near that crime, they have the knowledge. But if they go near the crime, then that knowledge was pretty useless. So knowledge isn't enough. Knowledge is one thing. Knowledge is the first step. No, no, no. That's not even the first step. Questioning the system is the first step. It's only when you question and acknowledge what they're doing that you'll be able to then start understanding the knowledge. If you never question it, you don't care about the knowledge. You have to question and acknowledge stuff. Most people, they don't want to acknowledge things because it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's exactly why one of my favorite numbers is 0, and I'll actually explain it. Wisdom without execution is futile. Exactly. But yeah, the reason why one of my favorite numbers is 0 because I can guarantee everyone can start a YouTube channel today, and I guarantee by the time you post that video, I guarantee you can always see that number 0. You can always see the number 0. The problem and the reason why most people quit YouTube and people quit personal branding or quit businesses is because their expectations is too high. They expect 3,000 viewers. No. You can't question it though without repercussions. I mean, that's true to a form of degree, yeah. That's true. But some people aren't going to like it. I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna have people hate on you regardless. Bro, you're gonna have problems at the top, you're gonna have problems in the middle, and you're gonna have problems at the bottom. You just gotta pick what level you want to be. You can't avoid problems. Problems are inevitable. I don't know what people just be trying to act like life is just this straight line. Nah, life is like this. Life is a whole roller coaster. It's crazy. Uh, People with a huge following can't say things like this. I mean, bro, honestly, they actually do say stuff like this. If you take Andrew Tate for example, he says stuff like this on the internet. But that's not why they're getting him. That's the trap that they want you to believe. Do you remember me? Yes, I do remember you, Javin 19. Imagine what would happen to Kai if he spoke like this. Okay, Kai was building his brand, right? He built his brand off of attention and entertainment. I mean, if Kai Cenat started speaking like that, he'd probably lose his audience because he didn't build it from that. But people like Andrew Tate, for him speaking like that, that's not the reason why he went to jail. Though this is what y'all have to understand. Y'all think he went to jail because of that. It's not why. Because if that was the case, Elon Musk would be in jail. Add you on Fortnite. Wait, what's your Fortnite name? Most people don't have this type of knowledge. That's why they can't say it. That's true. That's true. That's true. What's good, Parker? What's good? I was watching this video, Kevin 2016. I think Venom added you, but like, I don't think your Fortnite name showed up. I think that was the problem. Hold on. Let me see. Kevin 2016. Let me see. So it's capital K. But he has a lot of influence on our community. We need people like that. Right. Right. We do need people like that. But you have to understand him, right? He didn't just stumble upon this. He didn't just accidentally do this. He didn't accidentally make up the matrix. He didn't accidentally do this. You have to understand why he did it. The establishment was not after him, but he framed it that way, right? Look. I will actually give you an example, right? This pen, right? This pen could be behind me, right? Y'all don't see the pen behind me. I could literally tell y'all that I don't have a pen behind me. But guess what? That doesn't mean that's the truth, because look, the pen is right here, but I'm controlling what y'all see. I'm framing it as if the pen isn't there. Oh, the pen isn't behind me, but does that mean it's actually behind me? Or no, does that mean it's not actually behind me? No, I'm framing it that way. He signed that contract, if you know what I mean. Now, there is some contracts like Hollywood and stuff like that. I don't know if he signed the contract or not, because I'm not there. But I will say this: perception and appearances is far more greater than what the actual realities of the earth is and what the truth is. You're getting on Fortnite on your PC? All right, bet. I'm gonna get on a little later today. So I have to do some more stuff after this. But yeah, guys, make sure if y'all watching, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. But I've been going on, bro. I haven't been on TikTok live in like 7 days. I've been just hammering YouTube live for y'all, man. He joked about it before. He did. He joked about it. Interesting. Bro makes a lesson out of anything, bro. That's the pro about life, bro. I mean, when you were at the bottom and you don't have any resources, the best thing you could do is take the lessons from it. What else are you taking from it? You are guaranteed to take lessons from every single scenario that you're in. Doesn't matter if it's bad. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, but the bad stuff keeps on happening and they don't have any money. Well, the least thing you could do is just to take the lessons from it. That's what I did. I just took the lessons from it. And that's why I'm at where I'm at right now. Bro, imagine if I would have started a personal brand in like 2023, 2024. I probably have more of a following right now, but we gotta grind now. Honestly, I would say it's better now that I'm doing it, to be honest. Yeah, he said he was selling his soul, then boom, he blows up like crazy. That wasn't the reason why Andrew Tate blew up, though. It's not because he said he was selling his soul. One of the main reasons why he Andrew Tate blew up was because of his affiliate marketing. That was a very smart plan. I can't lie. Like, to have people repost his clips, everybody was posting his clips. How do you get on live? Oh shoot! I mean, I just pressed the live. Every day is a new lesson, an opportunity to learn. No, you're talking about Kai. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know too much about Kai Cenat or whether or not he signed papers. I did hear on Twitch. I don't know if it's true or not. I did hear that someone was trying to get him to sell his soul, but he didn't, because he said like he's for Jesus and stuff. So he didn't sell his soul. And the thing is, like, get on the screen. Oh, I'm not sure. How did you? If you're talking about just going on live, I mean, there should be a button where, like, so just press the plus, and it should say like video, short, and then live. Then I just scroll over to live. But yeah, Kai Cenat, yeah. Hey, shout out to Kai Cenat, though. He had 1 million subscribers on Twitch. Shout out to him, man. I didn't watch Mafia-thon that much, but I will go ahead and congratulate him. Well, y'all can't relate to Andrew in the Black or Brown community. I can relate to Andrew in some ways, but you have had to have the experiences. You can't just like say I believe him and then you just believe him because he's Andrew Tate. No. I actually have experiences. So some of the things he's saying is true. Like, I was watching a podcast, right? I was just watching a podcast of Andrew Tate, and he was saying, you know how when you're a kid, your mom tells you don't do this, but your brain's like, oh, now I have to do it. It's so true. I don't know why in the human psyche it's like that, but it's actually so true. If someone tells you, don't, like, for instance, when God had told Adam and Eve, don't eat that fruit from the tree, that made them more intrigued to eat the fruit from the tree. The reason why, because they're like, I can eat every other tree, but what? I mean, I can eat every other fruit, but what's on this tree? Why? Like, bro, it makes it more interesting, bro. They relate to the Kanye's, Kai's, Playboy Cardi, NBA YoungBoy, etc. Yeah, that makes sense. It's because they're black and stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. What do you press? Okay, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you should be able to go live, but all you have to do is press the plus button in the middle of your screen, and then it should say video, short, and live. Scroll to live, and then just go live. If you have an audience, yeah, you're able just to go live. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live right here because I have many things to do today. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, man. I love y'all, man. Peace out. Love y'all, man. Peace.